attack people, thinking, oh yeah, the hooligans are up for it. The hooligans are just not really, you know,
they don't really put
they're all
thought
drunk
into it.
and
They
stuff.
they just get drunk and they're
These
just the
guys
little
are like
babies, really.
professional hooligans. So
yeah.
yeah, it's probably a good thing that Russia lost. In fairness,
Wouldn't be surprised if their MMA classes were paid for. But anyways, we've got CompLexity on that T side. We've seen some good stuff from them, and it's a good way to start things off. I'm excited about this one. We've got Vice. Oh no! Don't peek that. You'll soon be in that coffin yourself. Oh my God! Hiko is taking his time, but the time was taken away from him.
Rookie at the bottom of Banana might have no friends left towards B by the time he gets there. Android and Def will be looking for him 4 versus 3. CT's looking for answers, and some will be delivered. Rookie moving up now. Oh, he had an opportunity for just the one kill, but I mean, what are we going for here? Android punishing the reloads. Decoy for extra measure. And there is the round for CompLexity, keeping things simple on the B-bomb sites.
Yeah, definitely a good simple start from CompLexity. We'll see Stan on the AK. Everyone else on UMPs and Mac 10. Excuse me?
Android's name, his last name is Fodor. It's Hodor, isn't it?
Yeah. Not really, but okay. It's not actually.
Fold the door, Fodor.
Fold the door. Guess if it's made of paper. Origami doors. I'm trying to run. I'm trying to help you here, but it's really difficult.
You're not helping me with that. I don't know what you're doing with that. Origami doors.
I'm trying to help, man. It's called improvisation. Improvisation. Yes, words are very difficult today.
Great.
That's a good tag. Now you've got to be careful you don't let these scout shots add up. So they've located the scout. That's really all that has been done. They've also forced out a smoke, which is nice. There is actually no more smokes to be had for Rogue. So CompLexity, as long as they move together, they should be fine here. They got so much utility. They should absolutely look to use it. And they'll looks like they may try to run a set piece onto A. They can just walk it in as well.
Hiko, he's dedicated to that 5-7. I had some discussions with him about the 5-7 recently. Look at the color coordination there. He talks to me about the colors of my shoes. What's the color of that gun? What's going on there? It's gross. Jumping Shazam. Look how he was respecting the fire rate of the 5-7. If you want it to be accurate, you can't spam the bullets. Same for the P250. I still haven't quite figured out the 5-7. I've gone full CZ actually. I'm a 5-7 guy, but even I've had to give it up.
It's good that they split the site. That was nice.
It's powerful.
Yeah, you don't.
It's a powerful pose from Rory there. It's a power pose. He does kind of look like he's in a lineup at a police station. You know, round the way, we had a British transport police station, and they'd give you like 10 to 20 pounds for standing in an ID parade. That was how we got money back in the day. We'd stand in ID parades.
Why didn't you do that? Why did you instead have to pay £2 each week for your Game Boy or whatever it was?
Well, I guess they needed more white people than tall mixed race people. Once one of my friends went and they actually said it was that he was the person who did, but they knew it wasn't. But it was kind of amusing. So they picked you, mate. Crikey. If you've ever been in an ID parade voluntarily, let me know.
So one more round of crappy guns for Rogue before they get the action started on that CT side of theirs. Ooh, a little bit of a tease, a little bit of a tease. Def, meanwhile, working that top banana position for CompLexity. Cadian will take one in the face. Down to 7 health. There's no healing items in this game. There is no healing. Okay,
is that what we need? Like a healing class for the game to truly go global?
So it's just like a guy that just follows you around everywhere. Hey, do you healing? I'm ready.
Imagine a medic button being spammed. I love the scout screaming for a medic in TF2.
Yeah.
Medic.
Hello. Oh, so Sam's in there. Thought that was Ye's frag. Thought perhaps Ye fall down as well. going to be walking into the stack and cleaning it out pretty effectively. That is the difference of nature of this rounds, is that you can just run into stacks. They have way worse guns. They don't have the CZs, or if they do, it's less. Unless they've saved it. Well, they're not going to buy one, so you have to obviously keep track of how what they've saved. But if they've been unable to save anything, it's pretty easy just to walk in there. So I like that they understand the difference between. There was a very clear difference between these two rounds for complexity. One, they were very less wanting just to walk into a stack, and the other, they just don't care. So now we're into the buy round for Rogue. And the AWP comes out onto Cadian. And this is going to be an interesting challenge.
I don't expect we will see too many grenades up mid at the beginning of a round, namely HE grenades. So he's not so endangered having no Kevlar in this round, Cadian. 3 smokes at this point for the CTs. Yeah, going for a play, getting hit by a flashbang though. 180 for the second flash, and Sick will punish that player who is further back carrying the bomb. Stanislaw had to consider what he wanted to do. Does he try to trade, potentially lose the bomb? Was he even in a position to do so? May have been blind. Either way, Complexity, with the 4 players they have remaining, will head towards the A site. And I do wonder if they will feel time pressure with the aggressive grenades from Rogue on Banana. They may feel like Rogue may be further down Banana than they might expect.
Nana. Now they're only coming in from one angle, and that makes it much easier to defend. You can see Vice does not have to worry about people pushing from Library side, but the brute force of Complexity will be enough to take him down. Cadian unable to track the slither. That was Shazam moving towards that bomb plant. And this round is won. Okay, though, he has got a small victory in the AK, and also his serene environment that he has chose to save in. It's quite serene. Got little lily pads around there, and some barrels for Siggy.
Where I was in Fiji in Pacific Harbour, after diving, I would have ribs.
Get in the barrel.
There's the barrel boy. That's the real reason he's there. He's trying to hide it, but we know what he's like.
There's more barrels there as well. They're everywhere, actually. Now I'm looking for barrels. There's barrels everywhere.
Great. Back to the lily pads. There's a nice place in Pacific Harbour. You'd have a day of diving with bull sharks and go and have some ribs by a pond full of lily pads. It was serene.
Have you eaten sharks?
When I was a teenager, I had shark fin soup once in.
I would never eat
in Soho.
Shark.
I didn't realise.
The Mercury Man.
I didn't realise where that all came from and how many sharks, millions of sharks were killed each year and had their fins cut off, and then they were left to drown at the bottom of the sea and all that kind of thing. So I wouldn't anymore.
You don't want to eat stuff like that's that high up on the food chain. Just mercury poisoning, just go mad.
Might explain a few things.
Can go into that in an eco round for those of you who don't know anything about that, but we'll have a burst through the apartments, and it's looking pretty good actually here from. I guess this is somewhat of an eco. They do have some weaponry to fight with. Obviously, minimal investments they could buy next round, but yeah, not looking too shabby. Complexity actually doubling back here, which is very problematic. You can see the Vice has taken a great position. Oh, that's a nice shot from Stanislaw though, or Stanisvav. Oh, apparently that's the correct pronunciation. But the round will be over. 5-0 now for Complexity. Really solid start from them. And we'll get double AWPs in. Double AWPs, Ricky and Cadian. You were talking about the double AWP Doppio earlier. Doppio is Italian, James, for double. And this map is set in Italy. So there you go.
So
I'm on theme.
Yes. Now they have a proper buy, full utility and such, because they're at the maximum loss bonus. So this is a much better buy than their initial one. And that could allow them to do more around the banana position to ward off these aggressors of Complexity. Shazam and Def slowly being forced backwards, but Shazam continues to fire warning shots. Stanislaw picked off. He's at the bottom of second mid. I think Cadian made a play perhaps on the balcony position, which is dangerous, but has proved successful on this occasion, and that might be a problem for Complexity. It might slow them down in future rounds.
It's quite the task for Complexity to work out what to do here. They may, are they going to go for a contact into the B site? Could be what the doctor ordered here, because they don't have any great options. Sig will deny them though. Nice elevated position up on those flower pots. Bomb will go down. A 2v5. Not an impossible ask here from Shazam and Android. Shazam has an AWP. Oh, he needed to be able to win that fight. And it could have been a possibility. Now Android in a 1v5. It's a lot of dudes. And not enough time to shoot them all.
No strikes for Rogue. They survive with all their players, which is exactly what they needed after winning the first, well, their first round, round number 6. They must do more. They must. CompLexity are falling over their cash at the moment. Their pockets are bulging. No wallet is wide enough to hold these stacks of cash. Walking into the club like 50. Double ups continue, of course. 3-2 standard setup for Rogue. Vice will deploy some grenades down mid. Molotov to kick things off, which is interesting. Maybe that will funnel the T's in a different direction. Rogue making sure they have control of the top of Banana, but I suppose that smoke went into a Molotov, which is why it is not in a perfect position. Seems there may be engagement sooner rather than later. Now, Ricky could potentially go for an initial engagement here and then have Sick pop out, but it seems he was trying to flash for his teammate, catching A, jumping on the barrel. And he's got a flash for himself, another headshot from him. Again, Ricky was far back and then more grenades, but that is a very key second shot from Sick. Stanislaw moving to join Shazam now on Banana, with Android looking to take a peek towards short, but no one's holding short, so Android may go deeper. Vice is on double stack, and Hiko is to the right-hand side. In the meantime, Ricky continues to pick players off towards Banana. Android trying to make something happen, but he will get eliminated by Hiko. Hiko and Vice now moving towards top mid as they hear Stanislaw on Banana firing his gun. They are hunting immediately. Great reaction from the CT side, being active in only the second round, which they are likely to win. Focus is high. Hiko spots, Hiko re-peeks, Hiko dies. Now, Rogue wouldn't want to throw everything in a toilet just to kill this one player, because their own economy is more important. You see the numbers change there. Now, they'll mostly be in a 7,000 mark, but if they lost another 1 or 2 players, that would have had longer-term implications for Rogue. But they survived with 4. That is fantastic for them. No bomb plant for CompLexity, none of that bonus money. And this buy has really drained the bank for the team on the T side. AWP onto Shazam, the 4 rifles on the rest of the team. Both sides well equipped now. Cadian flashed off his peak of top mid. Now we have CompLexity awaiting the initial grenades from Rogue on Banana. Shazam taking some pot shots. Yay. Slightly further up. Look at that flick. Straight first bullet in the face of Sick. He was a problem for them in the previous round, and he's been dealt with very quickly. That really compromises Ricky's position. It looks like Vice might be on the rotation from short all the way towards the B bomb site, but how can he possibly get there in time? Seems CompLexity will focus on the detail to kick things off and make sure the CTs are forced away from top. But I know you saw the Molotov. But they will continue to explore towards either site. That's a nice angle for Cadian to hold, but he can only hold that while the smoke is down. As the smoke dissipates, he is forced away, and the Molotov will send him yet further. Yeah, the tree position on Banana. Keeping the CTs honest, who are still in passive positions, while the rest of them force the CTs back on A, denying information.
The creep looking for that opening. Where is the opening, though? Might not ever be given. They may have to force it. 30 seconds on the clock as they start to edge closer and closer. No one arch side. That gives Cadian just the ability to sit here and just chill out, but he goes lost on the site straight away. And maybe it's an instant save, indeed it is, for Rogue. 5v3, keep those 2 warps in play. They do have Bank, obviously, and they could have stuck around to try to do more damage if they really wanted to, but they're just going to play it as safe as possible, keep their money in good check. And we've got CompLexity in a brilliant position. It will still be, a couple, they'll need to get a couple wins where they wipe out Rogue to force them to eco, but they are in that kind of a position. So, very strong start for CompLexity. Be really interesting if they were able to make it through the best of ones. I think, you know, Rogue are going to cause a lot of problems in those best of threes, as would CompLexity. These are definitely the two sort of favorite teams today.
Douche, douche, douche. 6-2-2. Got the titanium style glasses. Titanium resistant to rust. I prefer my knives to be made from titanium because the steel ones will rust when taken into the sea. Two snipers continue for Rogue, for Rogu, depending on how bad your pronunciation is. Grenades towards the tree area. And there's a gap in the corner of the smoke. Sick is susceptible. Rudimentary flashbang will be avoided. He sees one player rotating. Sick will deliver the kill once again, though.
Therefore, keep the push going, and the CTs have disappeared. Vanished. Nowhere to be seen except for Ricky on the angle on the corner of the wall. He's going to go further, looking for a catch, looking for someone to have a grenade in their hand, looking for an opportunity, but he is the opportunity for CompLexity as they push forwards with the frag. The trigger is pulled on the push as they continue to march forwards, but it's not going too well. Lots of players going down for CompLexity here. They may just be able to get the bomb planted, but it will be very tough, and Stanislaus in the A site. He'll get taken out. It's all Shazam now, 1v4. Goes for the fake now as he comes back into play with the AWP, but it is Cadian to AWP him. And that's a very important round for Rogue to win. That will stem the potential bleed that could have been the CT side for Rogue. Good defense from Sick.
Marvelous. Sick has been very important on that banana position. Sick going down early is a significant problem on banana, so he's a key man to watch out for in the remainder of this CT side. Tactical timeout from CompLexity at present. Much discussion going on. Shazam's like, where Nando's at? Def's like, dude, chill out.
It's 0.8 miles away.
Dan knows exactly where the Nando's is at.
It's south, James. South 0.8 miles. There's more. That's the closest one. Okay. Should I get a delivery going? Or?
Do you know what? To be honest with you, the food here is so good.
It is actually.
I
really
do not
good.
even design Nando's. The food is very nice.
It is very nice.
What is even nicer is the competitive counter-strike between these two teams. 3 sniper rifles on the server for this round. Cadian getting aggressive. He's hungry for some money. Looking for a kill bonus, but he may be denied. I love the aggressive smoke down mid. It is a pain. You don't see it very often in a professional match. But it's a nuisance smoke grenade, although it's a double-edged coin. People second mid can see an open top mid with a flashbang. Can leave things awkward for the CT side, but we love a good nuisance. Ooh, Ricky got clipped. And that's one smart reason why he was standing on top of the wood rather than behind it, as he may have died. Ooh, the bolts-esque lurk. This allows you to take individual duels. It gives you a gap to see into the site, which might even be a one-way smoke, but also you can face a player on balcony, and the threat of it is a problem. In fact, the CT positions are quite similar to that video I made when Bolts actually jumped out into the balcony, had some support flashes from his teammate, so he could invest further. But boy, they've got 4 players on the A site, and Ricky is alone. So far, so good. There's no smoke grenade for this position. Doesn't get second kill, however.
Well, there's no way in, is there? The AWP is in play from the B site. It's so strong. It's one of the strongest places to have an AWP on Inferno. Are they really going to go and try to challenge here? CompLexity are not messing around here. There's no way to get the frags on the bomb site, it seems, and Rogue will survive with 2 on the retreat. So CompLexity back in it again, but Rogue have a lot of bank to play with. So there's that. That is a consolation. So it's been quite back and forth. We see double ops again. They can afford to do it. Yes, Ricky is going to be able to pick up that second one. Just now doing some good work. That is just one of the best places to have the orb on this map. Defending a bomb. Or if you're Kenny S on the A sides. Cadian investigating with his orb. This could be pretty fun. Moving forwards, looking to see if he can find anyone second mid. There's no one though pressuring the apartments from the walkway.
Close.
Both
Also
teams
close.
using minimal utility to try to get Banana hit. Just enough to try to earn position. Second, in such an awkward position. How does he escape only losing 26 HP? That is impressive.
And important if you are a rogue player. Def keeping his position behind the smoke on Banana while his team spread out. Can be heard moving away perhaps. Perhaps trying to give Rogue a false sense of security, although they're starting to make some more noise as they take the top of Banana. Never know quite where Ricky might be. Heading towards the fountain angle. Arguably made famous by Stewie of late. Although it seems many moons ago now, doesn't it? 3 smoke grenades around the B bomb site at the moment, but nothing committing behind it. And this time Rogue are staying steadfast. 3-2 set up from the CT side. Vice keeping an angle on top mid. Although he would be the rotation man at this point, and he starts to rotate away just as the T's start to move up. So here is a problem for Rogue.
And we're looking for the entry sec. Oh, he goes to the taps. He's going to get tapped out though. Ricky ready and waiting now. Cadian has to do the same, but he can't. Eco trying to work the balcony. He is isolated. He's got a lot of teammates, but they're not in place. Nice swipe from Shazam, taking out Vice. The bomb has been planted to 2 versus 3. A heroic effort required for CompLexity to make this work. They have to worry about the balcony in apartments. They've got to worry about the short position, the long position. Everything is compromised at this point. It's all about timing. Shazam with the first shot. He knows to look for the next player. Very nice recovery from Shazam. Repositioning into Def. Hiko will go out the balcony, and it's not worked here for Rogue. Wow, that was impressive.
Rogue, they're having problems on their CT side. They're not having the information late game, and they're guessing as to which place they should rotate to, and it's just not working out for them. They're going the wrong way, and it's making life really, really hard. Another lost round, and much lost money. Cadian will have the AWP for this round. They're forcing around what they have, it seems. But how far can it take them?
Yeah, CompLexity have looked really good on this T side so far, haven't they? That was quite a fun defense from CompLexity there. I was really worried for Shazam. The timing can really be so punishing. And sometimes you just have to hold your hands up, and sometimes it's just impossible to get a favorable timing. Sometimes the gods of Counter-Strike decide. So fast movement up second mid into mid here from CompLexity, turning up the pace. And there's 4 players on A already for Rogue. They've somehow read this, and I don't know how that could be possibly the case. They've gone for the gamble. It's worked out because everyone's funneling through, and they're so committed. The bomb's down there now as well. Shazam will push forwards, and he's managed to get the bomb. They're 2v5. There's always a way, but this is going to be damn hard. Stanislaw. Oh, that's big.
Any damage they can do in this round will be very key, but just the one frag might not be enough, as the money is low for CompLexity. If Shazam could somehow plant the bomb, which is almost impossible at this point, that would be quite something. He does have a minute on the clock, and a second player is rotating towards B. They want to stop that, and they've stopped it all. Ricky collecting the second sniper rifle. There is still time for recovery. Rogue 3 rounds to get, and that would leave them at a 7-8 scoreline, so there is still something to be done. Very important win for them. No plant. Leaves CompLexity on a few pistols, a few flashbangs, and 2 smoke grenades. So now Rogue can try to stabilize their economy for the final rounds of the first half. Cadian knows what a money situation is, so he will not be shy to shoot Ye in the back.
That's a good start there for Rogue to diffuse the danger of the oncoming tees.
From that shot, Cadian saw Ye running away from the B bomb site. That's given Rogue the confidence to put 4 people on the A site, and they're not wrong because it is a balcony burst, but Stanislaw is the man with the bomb, and he's far back. He was the one throwing the flashbang. So now Rogue can put a second player towards B just in case. Although they'll stick with 4 here for now, and Cadian will finish off Stanislaw. So again, they finish with all their players intact, and that will most certainly help for these last 2 rounds. Again, no plant from CompLexity. They must have thought they were that was a surefire plant, or I don't know, but it will be a second deco from them, unfortunately for them. 5 CZs, a fair amount of utility. This will still be a dangerous round for Rogue.
CZs out in force. Okay, must be careful. He must exercise caution. CompLexity looking to burst onto B, trying to get rid of some of these nades. And the nades are pretty good. The timing, Dev found a great timing there. Gets a dink onto Sick as well as the kill onto Ricky. There's problems now here. They will have to go with this, and it could be devastating for Rogue unless they are able to handle it well. Sick is repositioned to the back of the site. He's using his teammates to distract before he pops out. They're working this bomb site very well on the defense. It's just Shazam now. Oh, so difficult. Oh, he gets a catch. But he has to put it back in the water. It was not to be his. And now he is being drowned.
Solid stuff from Rogue. Putting himself in a reasonable spot for the last round of the first half. But there are AKs to come from CompLexity for the most part. Stanislaw limited to a UMP. Taking one for the team, as the in-game leader often will. 1 AK for the Rogue squad. The 2 sniper rifles once more. Again, I'm sure you'll see Ricky on the AKs rather than the AWPs in the second half. Multi-talented man. Cadian not shy. That's a very tight shot to get. Really nice one from him. And he manages to escape. They can't do anything about that one.
That's not a great start, is it, for CompLexity? In this best of 1. Android, he is the most forward player. There's high alert though for Rogue. They suspect such plays. Quick flashbang in is perfect. Hiko takes down Android, and with it, maybe the best chance for CompLexity to find a pick back into the game. And now they'll traverse up towards middle and see if they can find salvation over here. They've got Def looking towards Arch side. There is an opening there, but they'll all group up towards quads.
Def trying to hide behind the barrel, still alive for the time being, but it's the last 2 men. Oh, they're lining up for Hiko as well as the T side, and that will be round number 7 for Rogue. The last 4 rounds in a row, they will take momentum into the second half with them. Will that be good enough for the pistol? Only time will tell. Again, this is a best of 1. 2 best of 3s to follow with the losers of today's matches.
It's going to be a close one, isn't it? I don't see either of these teams really having one super strong side and one super weak side, so... Pistol rounds, CompLexity. Stanislaw on the kit smoke. Smoke kit, kit smoke. He's in a pretty good position. They've actually got to contain. Ooh. A big old sandwich.
That smoke is quite timely, but the T's will force their way through, and they are getting absolutely annihilated, getting put in a toaster. And the heat has turned high. Vice and Ricky remain versus 4 plays. Ricky picking up the USP. He's got most of his bullets in there, lands a shot, manages to reload, can get himself a tight 1v1. He sees the second player coming. Ye with the crouch peek. Take his dome off, put it on a shelf. pistol round goes to CompLexity, and that's both pistol rounds now for CompLexity. That does not bode well for Rogue.
When you're talking about the toast being on high, it reminded me that you burn everything in the kitchen, James. You're like Smog the Dragon in the kitchen. Just burn everything.
I don't burn everything. There's just a lot of smoke.
Who knows where it's come from?
I don't understand why the smoke is. I don't know what's going on there.
Do not understand smoke.
And the coconut cooking oil thing doesn't go very well. Sometimes I can't even spray it into the pan.
James burninating everything in the kitchen. Already losing sick on this force pipe. Does not bode well for Rogue. Are they going to shove all in somewhere? Or will they just try to still get picks? We've got Ricky now rejoining the fray. Rejoining the dudes. So that they can approach as one big group of dudes. There's no one on the side actually. Not something that Rogue are aware of. This setup's actually a bit scary. It's quite cool because it's very much a retake setup from CompLexity. No one's going to get isolated on the side. They can give away the plant. So really looking after their own economy, but they're going to get the bomb. So Rogue are absolutely screwed in this round. They need a frag. Come on, Cadian. Oh, there you go. Death's down. Ooh. Just one.
Just the one.
One and then they're done.
Alrighty then. We have the eco round from Rogue. The focus will be on the buy round. What do you even do with a bunch of Glocks on the T side of Inferno? They have no grenades. 2 P250s have been purchased, but not a single flashbang. Which I think, I mean, let's see if the CTs... Yeah, so the CTs will smoke the top of mid. And I feel like you could get that one flashbang and just get a burst out through the top of mid, for example, or with the players moving through the balcony, you could get a flashbang off the corner of the balcony. Maybe you get a bomb plant if you use a flashbang. But 2 P250s invested, they'll get a kill out of that. So that, well, if that was a P250, it pays for itself, and that's a very expensive loss for CompLexity. So they'll have to settle for that. They'll have to. 4-round lead now for Cole. 5 AKs out for Rogue.
I feel like this could be a really big turning point here. Shazam is hungry. Ooh. I wonder if they're trying to bait a boost over the smoke. Yeah, you can see that they are there. Because those smoke grenades are very inviting for a CTs to boost over. But, see that CompLexity have Banana. That's looking pretty good for them at the moment. Wow, a lot of utility being exchanged here early rounds. They're very weak. This is a really important one for CompLexity because they still carry a lot of the SMGs. Oh my god, Death is just walking straight through. That is bold. Gets a lot of information. I'm not sure about that one. Istanso will have to give up the Ghost. Falling all the way back. In fact, swapping with Shazam, who has an AWP, and they're going to play a 1-3 setup. I actually like this a lot. This is quite a cool way to do it. Shazam either goes nuclear, or they lose the A site, and he can just hold on to the AWP. Looks like Shazam has to go nuclear. Let's hope he is not a dud in this round.
I think from the coffin position, at most he gets 2 frags most of the time, but from the pull position, he's well poised to avoid the flashbangs, but as he repositions, he will get hit by one. Just to one. Some pre-fire towards the flower position. The spray transfer with the UMP is wishful thinking. 2 versus 3. Android in a forward position. Does he go for the spray? No, just going to walk out as the smoke dissipates, and no one's really holding the angle properly, but he doesn't get a kill out of it. That was a big opportunity. Rookie gets taken out. He knows one person at the very least is over towards Banana. The double smoke. There's no way they can find the right angle to spray down here. There's no way. Ye will be human shield anyway. They find it. Hiko. Ye runs into him.
Oh my god.
Oh man, that's really smart. I mean, I suppose he has the wall, which goes far beyond the smokes, far above the smokes, for him to help with a lineup. but I think a lot of people would find a lot of difficulty spraying in the right direction there, and that is a very important frag from him. A pair of frags even.
That's nuts. That's really nuts.
Dan has been waving this British flag this entire match. I just want to tell. You can't see it at home. There's this constant waving going on.
It's getting really annoyed just like seeing the waving in the peripheral.
Yeah, I can tolerate that stuff for a hell of a long time, actually.
Okay, well, that was a really important one for Rogue, and CompLexity, they're not done for just yet. They can still prevent themselves having to eco. Peek into Stanislaw, he had a great angle for the first kill. Now they'll push into Def. The Brits. Def, these two can't quite get it done. Does critical damage to Cadian, and we have, I believe it's Ye who's crept into the construction area, so he's going to be able to do some good damage. That Molotov is not perfect. There's actually a path through it. Oh, Ye holds the angle, misses Cadian. That could have been a kill. Still just sitting on the angle. And Sick just goes for it straight away with the flash. Peeking before it detonates. Classic move. Nice. Precise from Shazam now as he's got one left to find. Sick. It's very, very good. It's a lot of spray from Sick. We'll get the frag though. Is he going to buy it? Oh my god. Over the top here. What is going on? He's giving away his position. Out comes the knife. It's an absolute circus over on the B-bomb sites. And Android eventually gets the kill, but he's not going to have time for the defuse. So Sick's really done enough.
I think Shazam was very exposed when he threw that smoke on the bomb in such a fashion. That was very risky. He went down because of it. I think he feared walking into the angle, especially against a player like Sick, and I don't blame him for that, but I suppose there are other ways to deal with that and have a better 2 versus 1 than losing one of your players in such a fashion. May mean safer to bounce it off the back wall of the arches. Who knows what might have happened had he not gone down in such a fashion. 11-9, and Android now running solo with the sniper rifle. He's got to find something early. Doesn't engage the player jumping past, and they may have seen him on the radar. Good for the 1 kill. Death trying to pick up the AWP, manages to do so, but he has to go to the point of no return with the spray from Rogue. That is the threat neutralized. They can collect the AWP rather than dispose of it, although they will move it out of position for the very least, win the round and then collect it later. It is more important to be versatile with the UMP right now than it is the AWP, sorry, as there are still 3 players alive. Trivia: the UMP is the literal successor to the MP5. People look at the MP7 and think, oh, that must be because it's a high number. No. The UMP45 is essentially a modified MP5. Fact.
Factoid. So this will eventually be a 1 round from Rogue. So if you have any good fill, James, now is the time. Oh, so I mentioned the podcast I did earlier with Valde, and I definitely recommend you check it out because he talks a lot about match preparation and various things like that, and his idea of how you actually get good at this kind of a game. And he's a smart guy. He's very articulate. So you can just check my Twitter at DDK Esports.
Oh, they did dispose of the AWP.
It's on there.
Safety first. I respect that. Now, ooh, they're really trying to get this. They have no grenades with which to send it in another direction. Someone has to look for a grenade from somewhere. Oh god, they've nosed it right up.
There is no
I respect that. I think a lot of people will try to hold on to it, but Rogue prioritized being able to deal with surprise over the AWP itself. Good stuff.
(11-10) for CompLexity. Rogue are climbing back. Their lead is dwindling. It's dwindling away. It's a lovely little bit of acoustic music there for you. Before it is wartime. It is war once again. Unfortunately, you can't drive Vespers around on this map. That'd be pretty cool. Def looking for the boost here. Punished before. You can see over the top of the smoke, there could be someone in the logs position already. Could be someone close left. No, it looks like there will be neither. CompLexity with 3 players on Banana. Do they actually want to push this? Because no one's falling back just yet. Could just be that one of them's hanging out for a resmoke. I'm not sure if anyone there has a smoke. Okay, so there was one more smoke. Now, do they keep 2? Because I don't think you want to keep 3 for this long. Unless you really think that Rogue love to push that smoke, then you don't really need 3 players. Interesting, they still have 3 there, and indeed, there comes the retake from Rogue. CompLexity have all the manpower to hold this, but do they have the aim? They don't have it. Wow, the 3-player hold, it was not there.
Shazam with a flash from the pool position. Such a strong flashbang. It will delay and allow them to get a little closer. The boost is surely coming in. Cadian fakes. Shazam goes for the spray. I suppose he didn't think the boost would come in time, but the plant was a fake, and Ye has been compromised, and that will leave Shazam in a safe situation. And Hiko will hear Shazam running. Now, you can't. This is a perfect example of why you do not run on Speedway, because if somebody is in the corner behind sandbags, they can hear you on Speedway. So if you watch the radar, very often you will see CTs walking on a Speedway position or running the long way around CT. So Shazam, unbeknownst to him, has caused his own death because Hiko heard him. 2 players immediately started hunting, and that is why Shazam is dead.
Vice is cold, man, just shooting into the body. Doesn't care. Where's the respect? Where's that respect? Well, we have a 5-man stack. Double flash. No one there, though. Oh, my God. Poor Ricky, man. He just stepped a foot forwards, instantly shot in the face behind the smoke. Wow, that is just bold. They will collect the gun, right? Did he get it?
He got it far enough back that Def could have picked it up if he didn't just take all the bullets in the chest. However, the A site is now empty and the bomb can go down. Protecting the weapon is Hiko. He'll have some support in doing that.
Nice, quick and clean.
On the logs.
Eco rounds. Another one going the way of Rogue, and they have taken the lead.
Pad them stats. I see padding them stats.
You've taken the lead.
Mr. Green Gloves. (12-11). Indeed, Dan, you are correct. They have taken the lead.
You have taken the lead.
You have taken the lead.
Nice.
You are tied for the lead. We used to say, you are tied for the pie. You have taken the pie. You are tied for the pie.
There was a really weird thing in a lot of the old Counter-Strike servers where they had like those mods where they would play sounds, and there'd be some servers like which would advertise Quake sounds, but then it would be the Unreal Tournament sounds. And that really told me, like, you know, the multi-kill and double kill, that was all Unreal Tournament. But you know, you have taken the lead. That is definitely from Quake.
Ignorance is bliss.
Yeah. It's really funny actually, because in Dota they did the same, and so Unreal Tournament never got the credit because they did. Quite funny. Anyway, before I go into all of the histories, we are back into the game, and it's 5 AKs for Rogue, and a decent selection of nades. So they will be able to use that to take map control. Looking at top mid take here, we've got 2 players in apps. Shazam with the rifle support there. They are deeply invested. And Ye, he is in a very far forward position. This is falling apart. A very good response from Rogue as they just put the pedal to the metal.
And the CompLexity of the team without money. This one's going down to the wire, and right now it's Rogue who look like Marlowe. Or even Chris Partlow. Def and Stanislaw trying to hold on to what they have. The hunt continues. The net is closing. Killian doesn't really have anybody near him. He will eventually have to go for this duel, and he will lose it. Sick on the other end with Ricky joining the fray. Ricky does not want to overinvest with the AWP. Plenty of money for Rogue, so Sick can afford to take some gambles here. Try to find something out of this. Sick, a very strong fragger in North America. Rogue now 3 rounds away from a from a very good day of Counter-Strike, perhaps.
Who was the other youngster that Sick would
Twist.
played? Twist, yeah. I was going to say, you know, Sick and Twist, they were the 2 young upcomers for a while. Both looked at as, you know, very sort of equally good for a while. And Twist, you know, Twist obviously is just an absolute monster. He got quite a good opportunity. I think Twist is a little bit older. I think that was one of the factors that helped. Because I know Sick, he was so young that I think he had some issues getting into some tournaments. If I'm not mistaken.
He was barely legal, Dan.
He was, yeah. So 13-11, and Rogue do not look like they're going to stop anytime soon. We've seen some great calls from them so far to take down CompLexity's defenses. And now it's a hodgepodge selection of armaments for CompLexity. And the full setup from Rogue. Rogue could just wait this out. Rogue have so much more utility. They could just wait out, just keep pressure up, waste all the utility of CompLexity, then make a move, and they'll be able to do basically whatever the hell they want. It gets so easy at that point.
There is a smoke at the bottom of second mid.
Oh, wow.
What is that? I've literally never seen a smoke there, ever, in any Inferno in my entire life.
Here's the master plan. Here's the master stroke, because Def gets himself a flank. Haha! A mid-smoke, my second mid-smoke has worked.
See, now the smart money was taking an extra second to shoot the gun up a little bit for his teammate to collect. Oh, the counter grenades there, yes, but Rogue know that they cannot wait these out. They will force the issue, and the bomb is leading the charge. Lost, but the rest of the team are here. And that's just some early information to allow a further rotation. Oh, dear! This is falling to pieces.
This is tough. Hiko trying to desperately get into position in time. Oh, the re-smoke. Ricky, 1v3. There's the first one. Knows there has to be a second one nearby, surely. Else how did that play get boosted up? Beautiful stuff there from Ricky. Just one more. Clean and concise so far, this passage of play from Ricky as he repositions to the new box. And he waits for the CT to make the move to tap the bomb. But they're around. Brilliant stuff there from Ricky, but it's not enough. Or is it? Is there a kit? Ooh. Okay, I think he doesn't have time.
Crikey, what was he going for?
What were you going for, James? Muting me.
Sorry, I was coughing and I pressed your cough button again.
You gotta chill out, man.
It's the second time I've done it. I don't normally do that. Well, we normally, I don't know.
Why don't you just press your own cough button?
I know yours looks nicer than mine.
What is this? Is this amateur day? It's not even an hour at this point. This has happened multiple times.
That was a great salvage operation by Ricky. Beyond the pistol round, CompLexity basically haven't won a round in this half. It has been 7 rounds in a row from Rogue. CompLexity won the pistol and the other 2. So essentially they haven't won beyond the buy round, beyond the first buy round, if you will. They have had no success. No relevant success in this half. That is a problem. Nothing they have done has worked in this half. And they are 2 rounds away from losing this match.
Oh, time to pull out some working strats then. Let's see what the answer is. Maybe there's no answer. Maybe this is unanswerable. So Def's picked up the AWP. Shaz has one as well. So slowly does it for Rogue. Got a very passive setup here from CompLexity, although Shazam's... That's a brilliant shot into the apartments. Sick is hunting. I'm not sure if Shazam saw him as well. There might be a timing here. Sick is Trying to capitalize on rotations. Already a player in pit though. And there's not much the SIC can do.
T's moving towards the B area. I think SIC was smoking off Arch there. And yeah, he's on the rotation now. He's heading towards the B bomb site. He's going a long way around, and Roger coming back. Maybe SIC got an inkling as to what might be going on. Communication between the team. Rukeye will be left to lurk towards the banana position, and now Ye is very close indeed. Basically playing the construction area, but the smoke disappears on Arch. There is one beyond the library position. SIC needs to move in before Ye gets back. 20 seconds left. They are really taking this too slow, Rogue, quite simply. Cadian coming out of Boiler now. They've got all the people here, but they've got 13 seconds, and there are 5 CTs alive. This almost never goes the correct way. Shazam gets a free kill. That's the bomb on the floor. 6 seconds, and Android may have just done enough. I think he has. Let's see if Cadian can plant it. Oh, just about. 1 versus 2. Big flashbang from Stanislaw. Does he pick the right time? He does. He spots Def as well. Manages to get away with it. 15 HP. He has to hit the mark. He has one chance. Up on the box. Avoids the Molotov. Oh, it spreads.
Oh, man. I would be raging. It's so annoying with Molotovs. You just don't know, do you? It's just so difficult. And he made a great play there, but it was not enough. And there's maybe a chance after all from CompLexity, because after, you know, you highlighted them not being able to... Well, to be honest, that was still a round where Rogue were able to get a bomb down. So Rogue can still be confident that what they're doing is working. They still had some favorable positions there that they created for themselves. So Rogue really don't need to change a single thing, which is that you can draw so much confidence from that very fact. Look at this. They've actually opted to go 2 MAC-10s. They can afford AKs, but they've opted to go 2 MAC-10s, which tells you they want to go fast, and they're going to go hella fast into this B-bomb site.
Vice leading the charge, jumping, causing a problem, but Def is doing outstanding work with 4 kills, leaving Hiko alone. Rogue so close to match point, but they're being constantly denied now by CompLexity with a second wind.
Hiko in the 1v3. Post plants. Can't even finish the sentence. He died. So I was ready to build it up. Hiko has quite a history of the clutch. History of the clutch. That'd be a great book. It's like a book filled with the greatest, the great clutches of Counter-Strike history. Yeah. Feel free to steal the idea.
Nice.
The Book of Clutch.
This is an important round for both teams. Money isn't perfect, but Rogue have more opportunities to buy should they lose. But they don't want to lose. They want to take it to match point. After so much success, that's 2 rounds in a row, but they've come far enough, Rogue. They've both been by defuse for CompLexity. 3-2 set up for the CT side, and Rogue are starting very slow indeed, waiting for these initial grenades from CompLexity. Going through the first smoke on Banana, but there is a second one, which I think was deployed by Rogue. And Def will be punished for his tracer fire. Stanislaw using the second Molotov, which might make Rogue think that 2 people are on Banana.
Yeah, that was pretty cool, actually. Now they can. I mean, one of the ways to not really be tricked by that is by just waiting a lot, and they have a lot of time to wait with, and they have the 5v4. So either CompLexity are going for a 1-3 gamble, or they're going for a 2-2. So that's the 2 most likely possibilities that Rogue can think about. Doesn't seem like they care too much. Oh, CompLexity are drifting into a 2-2 just as the push comes in. The timing's absolutely perfect. The CTs were repositioning. Oh my god, that could not have gone worse for CompLexity. And they have to, surely they have to save now. Where's their money at?
Yeah, I mean, 2 versus 4, slowly back away. Yeah, collecting an AK for AWP and out of there.
That was so unlucky. Because even if they were playing, a 2-2 setup, at least if they had been set up somewhere, that would have been okay. But they were running around repositioning, so they didn't have the ability to defend anything really. Unfortunate for CompLexity, but that's sometimes how things go. It's how the chips fall. The chips. How does the saying go? The chips will fall as they may.
Something like that.
Something like that.
Match point through. Vice, look at that 180, beautiful. He's all over the shop. The shop may soon be closed for CompLexity. This may be their last order. Tactical timeout from the side. Shazam has an AWP, depth with the French gun. Android limited on the UMP. How do they make this happen? They've got a fair amount of utility. Do they go aggressive early? Rogue have been patient at the beginning of some of these rounds. They do not want to get caught off guard. Rogue would still have a buy if they were to lose this round. Rogue have a clean $20,000 of equipment on them. That's pretty cool. CompLexity nearing 26,000, as one often does on a CT side with a more expensive buy.
Tense stuff. Do you take a risk? Do you not take a risk? You can't allow fear to dictate the way that you play the game. Even though you're against match points, you must still stick to the plan. You must still play with confidence. The fact that it's match point you're playing against must escape your mind for that to be achieved, perhaps. As Rogue will start working Banana, they've left a lurker in Vice on the apps, but he's not really made much noise. He's quite passive at the moment. And there's the push coming in towards top. Banana, it's a good contestation coming in from the likes of Stanislaw. He's done very well so far. Should get another frag pass, but no. He'll be left by Def, and the damage was done. Information was gathered as well. And you can see Android is ready for someone to be pushing this. We know that Vice is hungry for it.
Are Rogue playing to win now, or are they playing not to lose at this point? Vice gets taken down in the apartments. Cadian on a rotation. It's a 2 versus 2 with 25 seconds on the clock. They're looking for a boosted player, but now there are too many angles. The flashbang is perfect, and Hiko is in trouble. Not quite getting the kill just yet. And maybe Ye has just blown his load too fast. 15 seconds, they've got the site now. Shazam and Android both rotating. AWP on both sides. No smokes for the T's. They've got 2 Molotovs, but I don't know how much mileage they will get out of those.
Oh my god, I can't believe Hiko got those 2 kills. That was so crazy. Now it's down to him and Cadian. Cadian's got the AWP. It's so hard to deal with the AWP. That's a good way to do it though, smoking it off. Now push forwards via Paul. That's a very nice Molotov that will buy more time here. Shazam looking for it, and Hiko gets himself number 3 down to Cadian as well as he crosses into his reticle. Android is dead, and the match will be won by Rogue, 16-13. A great performance from them. They look pretty consistent overall.
Yes, Enrique looks really happy with that one, and I'm happy for him as well. I think he deserves the success as well as many other characters on that team. Nice angle being held by Cadian at the end there. Didn't need to really engage further, and made it a lot easier for himself, so well played by him at the very end. But that clutch from Hiko was absolutely crazy. Ye with the pre-fire there, conceded his position but did not get the kill, which proved to be a problem. Really nice. I think it was a good game of Counter-Strike to watch.